Welcome to today's video, where raw power meets precision engineering. Get ready to witness the most powerful wood chippers and shredders in action. Machines built to destroy, crush, and process massive logs and branches with incredible speed. Whether it's land clearing or industrial-scale wood recycling, these beasts don't just cut, they dominate. Let's dive into the world of high-performance forestry machines. In the heart of every logging operation, there's always a mountain of leftover firewood. Chunks, knots, branches, and irregular cuts too rough for the sawmill, too big for mulch, and too valuable to waste. That's where the high-capacity firewood grinder makes its mark. Built for continuous, high-volume grinding, this powerful machine is designed to transform bulk firewood and forestry residue into fine wood chips, sawdust, or biomass fuel. At its core is a heavy-duty rotor fitted with hardened steel teeth or blades, spinning at high speed to crush even the densest hardwood with ease. Mounted on a stable frame or mobile platform and powered by a high-horsepower diesel or electric motor, this grinder can handle tons of wood per hour, reducing labor time, transport needs, and storage space. It's ideal for sawmills, biomass plants, firewood producers, and any operation dealing with large-scale wood waste. What makes this machine essential is not just its power, but its efficiency and output quality. With adjustable screen sizes and customizable cutting configurations, it produces uniform chips ready for use in pellet production, furnace fuel, composting, or soil enrichment. The grinder is equipped with automated feed systems, overload protection, and easy-access maintenance points, making it operator-friendly and built for long-term use in the toughest environments. From leftover logs to energy-rich chips, this machine closes the loop, turning waste into opportunity and dead wood into a sustainable future. So when the firewood piles up and the pressure is on, trust the machine that never slows down. Bring in the high-capacity firewood grinder and let the forest keep giving. In the wildest corners of the forest, where no road has ever been built and boulders stand like silent guardians of untouched land, progress often comes to a halt unless you bring in the high-capacity stone crusher. This isn't just a machine. It's a force of nature engineered by humans, designed to crush rocks, boulders, and compacted stone into manageable material with ease. Whether it's building forest access roads, preparing land for replanting, or clearing rocky fields, this crusher doesn't ask questions. It delivers results. Powered by a high-torque diesel engine and equipped with a heavy-duty rotor lined with wear-resistant hammers or carbide teeth, the stone crusher tears through granite, limestone, basalt, and mixed aggregates. The feeding system is wide and reinforced, capable of handling oversized rocks without pre-processing. Once inside, the stone is ground into various sizes, from coarse gravel to fine dust, fully adjustable to your project needs. Mounted on tracked carriers, trailers, or integrated with heavy tractors, the machine is built for mobility in rugged terrain. It operates directly in the forest, reducing the need for hauling raw rock to distant facilities. This alone cuts down on transportation time, fuel costs, and environmental impact. The benefits go beyond crushing. By turning unusable land into clear, stable surfaces, it opens paths for reforestation, construction, fire breaks, and conservation work. The crushed material can be used immediately on-site as road base, trail foundation, or drainage layer, saving money and maximizing efficiency. with advanced features like hydraulic adjustment, overload protection, auto lubrication systems, and dust suppression options. This machine is built for endurance in the most extreme conditions. Maintenance is minimal, and productivity is massive. Forestry operators, land developers, and infrastructure crews around the world trust the high-capacity stone crusher to reclaim difficult terrain, bring structure to raw environments, and create solid ground where none existed before. So when the job is tough and the land fights back with stone, bring in the one machine that never flinches. Bring in the high-capacity stone crusher and turn the impossible into a foundation for what comes next. Part 3. From challenge to solution. In the deepest forests and the highest mountain terrain, every boulder isn't just an obstacle. It's a test of will and engineering. But with the high-capacity stone crusher, those challenges become opportunities to showcase unstoppable strength. Whether it's expanding access roads for logging, reclaiming neglected lands, or unlocking terrain long written off as unusable, this machine keeps working, undeterred by impact or resistance. It doesn't just crush stone. It clears the way for soil to heal, for the first trucks to roll in, for the first boots to step forward, and for new possibilities to take root in places once forgotten. Where big things begin. When the engine roars in the wilderness, you're not just hearing machinery, you're hearing the pulse of transformation. The high-capacity stone crusher marks the beginning of new roads, revived forests, and structures that will stand for generations. It carries a promise. No terrain is too tough, and no dream of progress too distant. So when the next project calls your name, remember, wherever the ground fights back, you need a foundation that doesn't break. Bring in the high-capacity stone crusher and lay the first stone for a stronger, more sustainable future. Part 3. Beyond grinding. Reclaiming value from leftover wood. The high-capacity firewood grinder is more than a waste processor. It's a vital link in the circular forestry economy. In yards filled with branches, stumps, and odd cuts unfit for lumber, this machine breathes new life into what was once considered useless. With the ability to process tons of wood per hour, it helps facilities save storage space, reduce transport costs, and most importantly, maximize every part of the forest harvest. The resulting chips, sawdust, and fine mulch feed directly into pellet production lines, composting systems, or clean-burning industrial furnaces. Each time the grinder runs, it's not just solving a problem. It's reducing carbon emissions, minimizing biomass waste, and strengthening the sustainability of the entire forestry industry. It transforms the handling of scrap wood into a long-term environmental strategy. Part 3. Crushing limits, creating possibilities. The high-capacity stone crusher is not just a tool, it's a turning point for landscapes deemed too difficult to touch. In areas plagued by bedrock, massive boulders, or decades of erosion, this machine reclaims what was once lost to nature. It's more than mobility and power. It's the ability to grind through barriers, unlock access to new forestry zones, and convert rough ground into working land. Farmers use it to expand arable fields. Conservation teams use it to prepare fire breaks and stabilize steep slopes. Utility crews rely on it to open routes for pipelines, communication lines, and renewable energy infrastructure. This machine is the difference between postponing a project indefinitely and pushing forward with confidence. Every revolution of the rotor is a step toward reclaiming space, restoring balance, and renewing the potential of untamed ground. Part 4. Building the ground for generations. The true strength of the high-capacity stone crusher lies not just in its engineering, but in what it enables for the future. The material it produces isn't just crushed stone. It's the foundation for rural roads that connect remote communities, for trails that give access to emergency services, and for pathways through forests that allow sustainable harvesting without destruction. With every deployment, this machine reshapes the way we think about land use. It turns previously inaccessible terrain into productive space, and does it without the need for large-scale excavation or disruptive blasting. When you choose the high-capacity stone crusher, you're not just choosing machinery, you're investing in durability, autonomy, and a vision of progress that respects the land it transforms. It's how rugged becomes reliable, and how forgotten ground becomes the starting point for something greater. 1. The hidden challenge of scrap. In every sawmill, lumberyard, or forestry operation, there's a hidden challenge that piles up quietly. Scrap. Broken pallets, trimmed wood ends, splintered planks, bark strips, and even mixed waste from production. Alone, it's just debris. But with the right machine, it becomes something more. Meet the high-capacity scrap shredder, a machine built not just to destroy, but to transform waste into valuable resources. Powered by a high-torque industrial motor, this shredder uses twin rotating shafts or a heavy-duty hammer mill system to rip through all kinds of materials, from softwood scraps and bark to plywood, plastics, light metal brackets, and even packaging waste. Its rugged construction and carbide-tipped blades ensure that nothing stands in its way. Part 2. High volume, high value. Designed for continuous high volume operation, this machine can process tons of scrap material per hour, turning mountains of waste into uniform chips or flakes. These byproducts can then be reused for biomass fuel, wood pellets, compost filler, animal bedding, or recycled panel board, adding new value to what was once destined for the landfill. With features like auto-feed systems, overload protection, and customizable screen sizes, operators can fine-tune the shredder for different material types and desired output size. Whether you're running a full-scale timber plant or a mobile processing unit deep in the forest, this shredder fits seamlessly into the workflow.